Come to Helmuth Ford, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
Hi, this is Stacy from Shetler Insurance Services. Come see me on the east side of the square in Sigourney for all your insurance needs.
Attention Iowa business owners. Is your business missing sales because you're too busy to follow up? Every missed call or delayed message could be costing you money. At Easy Biz Tech, we help local businesses stay ahead by automating customer follow-up, so no lead gets left behind. Missed a call? Our system texts back instantly. Need personalized outreach? We send automated texts, emails, and even use AI-powered voice agents to connect with your customers 24/7. Stop losing money because of slow follow-up. Contact Easy Biz Tech today, where Iowa businesses win online.
The City of Sigourney will be accepting bids for the removal of snow from various locations in the city. All sealed bids must be received by 4 p.m. on Monday, January 19th, 2026, at the City Clerk's Office, 100 North Main Street, Sigourney, Iowa. The snow and ice must be removed in a timely manner and according to the City Code of Ordinances. Proof of liability insurance will be required. You may review a copy of the contract by contacting the City Clerk at City Hall. The City of Sigourney is an equal opportunity employer.
Watt Cheer Fire and Rescue will have their soup supper this Saturday, January 17th from 5 to 7 p.m. The menu includes chili, potato soup, Wisconsin cheese soup, and dessert. Deliveries are available within Watt Cheer city limits. Call or text for deliveries. Stop by the Watt Cheer Fire Station at 414 South Barnes Street in Watt Cheer this Saturday from 5 to 7 p.m. for their soup supper and support Watt Cheer Fire and Rescue.
And welcome in. Time for the sports section, live at Barnwired in downtown Sigourney, 119 East Marion Street. We're on the south side of the square in Sigourney. You can stop in for some coffee and some breakfast and maybe even do some shopping here at Barnwired in beautiful downtown Sigourney on a chilly Saturday morning. Well, look who's back. There's Mr. A.J. Johnson from KTVO returns once again. And we've got a full show here, A.J. We got Montezuma boys basketball waiting in the wings. We're going to have the Keota girls in a little bit later on. But we're starting off with some folks from Ottumwa. You brought some folks from Ottumwa with you.
I brought you a gift, Shetler.
There you go.
Thanks for having me back. I don't know why you keep making that insane choice.
I wonder that too.
But here we are once again. And I'll try to give the people what you want me to give the people. I'm still trying to figure that out after a summer and some odd weeks.
Yeah.
But I did figure that one of the things was a surprise from Ottumwa, and I brought the girls basketball team with me. And before we even get into questions out there, if you're watching, just give a round of applause because this team last night went to Mason City.
Oh, wow.
And then got up this morning and came to an 8 a.m. show for about a 15-minute interview. Nice. So sincerely, all the jokes I give y'all, I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Thank y'all so very much for waking up and doing the sports section with me and Shetler and all the wonderful Shetler heads out there. You knew it was coming. So before we get in, though, let's let these wonderful people know who we've got here. So we'll start right here if you let them know your name and your year and then pass the microphone down.
My name's Allie Gedkin, and I'm class of 2027.
My name's Augusta Warren, and I'm class of 2026.
I'm Leah Baroma, and I'm class of 2026.
Kyle Kramer, first-year head coach.
I was really hoping to get a class of 2010, 11.
Class 2005.
Awesome. Well, again, welcome in, guys. So this will be a little different than the interviews you've had with me before because I'm just going to keep talking and ask random questions. Actually, it's like every interview we've had. But we'll start in a good spot. And I've learned my lesson. I'm not going to talk about forward yet. We'll talk about what's been done. You guys are on an impressive 9-game winning streak. We'll start with the senior with the microphone in her hand. How's it feel to look back on your schedule, see 11 games, and know you've won the last 9?
I think it feels really good, especially this being like my last year and kind of switching schools in the middle of my high school career in basketball. And I think it's just been a lot of fun and fun to play with the freshmen that just came up.
Ooh, I'm learning. When'd you switch? When'd you get here?
I got here last year when I was a junior, so I played and went to school in Davis County for my freshman and sophomore year.
Ah, okay. Do you like it better here?
Yeah, I think it's been a lot of fun.
I had to do that. I covered Davis County too, so they'll take that jab and take it for what it is. This is one of the things that I talked with your coach about. A lot of times the break comes, it's hard to get the basketball season even started. You have a couple practices, a couple games, and then you get a long old break in there. You guys came back and didn't really miss a beat. How do you feel that you guys are able to sustain that momentum?
Yeah, we went to Norwalk in like the middle of our Christmas break and played a lot of basketball games that day and kind of got back in the swing of it, and I think it helped us a lot.
Leah, I'll go to you here. Norwalk, they've had themselves a pretty good season, and obviously there were other teams there, but what was it like kind of seeing some of that competition after not really playing any games for a while and really just having to jump right back into it?
I think it was really good for us coming out of the break because if we had played like teams that were not as good, it wouldn't have helped us get back into the swing of things, like knowing what it's like playing against good competition.
When you think about that, actually what you just said, so you think about that, I look back to last year, like I think it was either the last game before break was Burlington or was it the first game back, but like you guys had that game and it was a little troubling, then you came back out of break and kind of stumbled a little bit and then got back on it. Do you think that this was kind of a big helping factor in where you guys are today?
Yes, I do.
But you have to tell me more. Tell me more. Like, did he have a car? Like when you think about it, like what's the big difference from being able to have those games? Like, what did you guys focus on, in that tournament and coming back from that tournament to keep your momentum headed to you?
Playing as a team, like because obviously while we're on break, we all were doing our own things. So coming back and like relearning how to play again as a team, definitely, yeah.
What'd you do on break? Where'd you go? You go anywhere?
No, I didn't go anywhere. I stayed home.
Just here in Ottumwa?
Well, yeah.
Oof. You got to get out more. We'll come down here to Allie. I gave you third. You can't be scared. They gave you the practice questions. Now you got the flow, the vibe. We're good, right? We got this. Cheers. Allie, so one of my favorite things I learned about you this year, not learned but remembered, was that you were a junior. So you get one more year to do this.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you came in as a senior, and respectfully, or also I guess complimentary, it's because of your play last year. Like the way you play, you're very like veteran savvy on the court, and that kind of plays out very well. Coming into this season, what was it like knowing that you'd be taking on a bigger role after being one of the role players last season?
When I came in as a freshman and sophomore, the seniors that were there were really helpful to me, and I knew that since I needed that they would probably need that coming in, especially since they were taking on a bigger role. So just knowing that I need to be a good leader for them, because that's what I needed, was my main point when going in the season.
Nice. I like that you took the mentality side of it there and like showed about what it's like off the court. So how has knowing that was a part of your role helped you on the court? Because I feel like you, even still playing last year, playing the way you did, you still took a step forward this year.
Mm-hmm. Really just creating big bonds with them. So I felt like they can take criticism from me because they know that I'm meaning it in a good way, and just knowing that, I just want the best for them and being the leader that they need.
Let's go in the back row and talk with Coach. How are you?
Good.
Energy coming in now? We're rolling, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. Again, much appreciated, sir. Been trying to get you on for a little bit now. We made it happen. First year head coach, man. That's awesome to take this in, and you take it in at an exciting time after everything you guys did last season. What was it like knowing that the class you were getting in, you guys have been waiting for a little bit, and to come in and do what you guys are doing now? What's it been like from start to today?
We have an interesting roster makeup, as you said. 2 seniors, 2 juniors, 2 sophomores, and then 7 freshmen. So we knew there was going to be some growing pains along the way, which we had at the start. But after that third game, we kind of found an identity. We're using our length and our bigs inside. And once we found that, we obviously run a 9-game win streak.
Yeah, So I've been here now going on 2 years, and like a month, it'll be 2 years. Impressive. I made it, guys. There was some times they were going to push me out, but I stuck through. I was resilient. In the 2 years, one of the things I've heard about the most in Ottumwa was, one was what last year's team, how much they'd played together and the camaraderie, the chemistry that they had on and off the court. And number two was what this season and this class coming in could be like. Mm-hmm. And to see it play out and to have your roster rotate through 3 freshmen mainly and then win like you are, how have you guys been able to play through a young core and have it play out the way it has?
Oh, these 3 right here. These 3 leaders in front of me have been through varsity seasons, and they took the role on, to lead them. Obviously, these freshmen have played a lot of basketball growing up, tons and tons of games. They have the skill. They just needed to learn how the varsity game worked, and these 3 took them under their wings, and you can see we're rolling.
Kyle, we haven't been doing this long, but it's like you know exactly how to lead me to where I actually want to go, because I needed you to send it back to them so I can go to them and ask Allie about these freshmen. What's it like watching that type of talent come in and know, because you being a part of last year's squad the way you were and watching that team, that core go out the door, but then know you guys come in and don't have to really take a big step back. What's it like watching that talent come onto the court and play around you?
It's pretty crazy. I feel like I'm kind of lonely. I came in with a big group. They left me. Now big group's joining me. But they're amazing. They're doing really well, and I'm super proud of them. And it's super fun to work with people that have worked with each other. It has just made it so much easier.
We'll go to Augusta over here. How would you say that you've kind of helped these freshmen learn and grow within themselves over the first half of the season, really?
I just feel like they all know basketball really well, and they play a lot of basketball, and so it's easy for them on the court. And sometimes, they're freshmen and it's fun, and so being a veteran, it's kind of just like reminding them of the serious moments and helping them where they need it, and just helping everyone figure out plays and just kind of leading them all.
Leah, when you look at where this season is and, what you guys still have left, and, we talk about the talent on the floor, what's the floor? What do you feel like is the potential for where you guys can be, when the regular season ends, when the playoffs end?
I think we could be in a really good spot. And considering that this is my last year, I definitely think that by next year, I don't think we'll have lose any games, because they mesh really well. They play really well together, and obviously they've all played basketball growing up together, so it's easier for them since they're used to playing together and stuff.
I want to ask you personally, actually, and hopefully you take what I'm asking you the right way. I've watched you the last season and a half, I guess you'd say. How would you feel like your role has evolved for yourself on this team? No wrong answers. Well,
I feel like my defense has definitely gotten better over the years. And so, because when I first started, I could not stay on my feet to save my life at all. I could not stay on my feet. But this year, I feel like it's gotten a lot better. I haven't fallen as much, so, yeah.
Debatable.
Compared to the past few years, I feel like I've fallen less.
I'm messing with it. The ones that I've seen you fall were off camera. Luckily for you, wasn't rolling, but I don't know that I would have shared it. Don't worry. I did catch somebody getting crossed up in one of your practices, but I didn't use that either. It was a good moment though. We had a blast with that one. All right, so we're at a good spot for you guys. We talked about, well, I guess I say we, but I recently talked about, you guys use Mason City kind of as that little break right before we step into the second half of your conference schedule. And Kyle, I'll go to you for this. You guys sit at the top of the conference right now, 5-0, and not even arguably your biggest conference game is up next against Des Moines Roosevelt.
For sure.
How important, for the viewers out there, is it to kick this game off and get this one under your belt as far as, being conference champions?
Yeah, we didn't want to look past last night. The more and more we watched Mason City, the more and more that we thought they were better than we thought they were to begin with.
I agree.
They were scrappy. They were small, but they were scrappy and they were good. So it was a good win for us on the road, especially 3 hours away after a long week. We were battling illness all week long. So it was a good win for us. But obviously we got to turn the page, and we got a big one next Tuesday. We haven't won the outright conference championship since 2016-17. So this is a big game for us, biggest game of the year.
Got to go get it. I thought it was last year. I was like, oh, no chance. It's easy last year, but this year y'all got to go get it. Okay, that's just off the top. I just had to go get it. I want to ask you another question, Kyle, because this is something that I just kind of seen throughout the scope of Ottumwa sports, and obviously there's only so much you can do about it. But I think about the competition you guys play, and it's not you play your schedule, obviously, but the Des Moines schools outside of Roosevelt don't give you the competition that you really need. Right. So how do you handle playing these teams, dominating these teams, looking the way you look, and then you get into sub-state, and then all of a sudden your competition jumps levels? How do you manage that to come out on top?
Well, we really balance our practices. We go, we have tough practices, and then leading up to certain games, we have easier practices. We try to, especially the weeks we have illnesses and stuff like that, we try to make it a little lighter. But there's really, this year we have a lot more competition in practice, just based on the length that we have. Yeah. We can really create different looks in practice. Like I said, with the length we have, and we can do different things, practice against different defenses. But as you said, the competition isn't great, so we really use practice to get after it and prepare ourselves for the hard games.
We'll go one more round with you guys and get you out of here. Well, you got the microphone, but this is a good thing. This means you're going to be done soon. So unless you give me a good answer, and then I have to rebuttal, because that's just how my brain works. This is your last second half of a conference schedule. When you look at the end of it, obviously conference champions is the goal, but where do you hope, when you look back on your Des Moines team play, where do you hope you can look back and say you guys had the most success?
I would say.
Sorry, what?
I would say, the schools that we play specifically, the Des Moines schools specifically.
It's conference, really.
I would say playing Des Moines Roosevelt, that's what the games that I want to look back and be yeah, we really did our big one.
Augusta, when you think about Des Moines Roosevelt this time, the last time you guys had them, you're at home, and I really do think there was a decent amount of energy in the building that kind of was able to feed off and get you guys to a quick start. How do you replicate that on the road to take care of a team that's really going to want to get back at you? And from what I've seen on the outside looking in, have definitely improved since they played you.
Yeah. I think definitely going to Roosevelt, I've only been there once, but I know that when you go, it's expected to be energy. There's going to be yelling. It's just part of it, and we kind of need to bring our own energy and just stay focused on our game plan. We're just play fundamental basketball and know our scouts and stuff, and we'll be perfect.
We'll do a whole season view for you here. We got a long way to go, obviously, so nothing's written in stone. But at the end of the season, when you look back on the season, what do you want people to remember about this year?
All the growth we made. I mean, if you watch our first game compared to our most recent game, how much we've grown is incredible. And I'm really proud of how far we've come.
All right, Coach, we'll end with you. It's been a fun season. Yes. Glad you got here when you got here, and so much to look forward to. What's the next level look like for these girls from today? Obviously, next season's its own thing. We're still living in the now, but what's the next level from where you guys are in this 9-game win streak, the success you've had? How do you take it a step further?
We talk all the time. We're never going to play a perfect game, but we have a long ways to go defensively still. We have not reached our peak at all. Just specifically thinking about last night, we have a few things we need to shore up on the defensive end. But these girls are so fun. They, the energy is they're always dancing, singing. Yeah. But once they step inside the lines on the court, it's all business. So there's a good balance there, and it's been really, really fun.
Steve, any questions for the Ottumwa girls basketball team?
Well, I know if Andy McGuire was here to host today, he would pick up on that singing thing and he would ask you to start singing for him. We'll let you off today. Coach or whoever. Now I'm just looking through Bound and seeing looking through some of the leaders. But I mean, let's talk about that freshman class just a little bit. You got, according to Bound, your top 3 scorers are Hayden Keith, Emma Ryder, and Blake Goldsmith. They're all freshmen.
Blake passed you? Oh, man. When I last looked, you were
sick.
3. That's fair. You were sick. Okay.
So maybe talk about that freshman class in particular and what they're bringing to the team.
Yeah, no, like we talked about before, they've played so much basketball growing up that, they've been on the travel circuit. They work every single day. They're in the gym all the time. So the skills are there. We just had to put them in the right positions to be successful, and I think these 3 girls here have really helped them grow as well in the varsity game. Had to slow down a little bit for us there the first couple weeks, and once it did, we've just blossomed.
Great.
I'll tell you, it's fun to watch, too, because Hayden will get on a heater and drop 12 points in a blink of an eye. I think Blake's got 3 games now with double-digit rebounds. Emma's a force in the middle. I had to put her block on Oski on the highlights the other night because it went like 30 feet.
Yeah.
Could have shot putted that thing. And then they're not selfish either. When you have girls that play together like that, it's easy to have a core, especially with 3 people in a 5-person game. We have a core like that to just play within each other. But they're finding Allie, they're finding Augusta, Leia's on the wing. Like everybody touches the ball, and that's one thing to blossom about. When you have a freshman class like that, the future is very wide open for success. So.
Yeah.
I'm liking what I'm seeing, guys and ladies. And I know we'll finish the season out strong. And then if not, every time you see me, I'll just give you crap about it. So there you go.
Long ways to go. Long ways to go still. Halfway there.
Well, Ottumwa girls basketball. Again, thank you so much. It was a quick night for you, so we appreciate you making the trip to Sigourney. Go get a nap. Go take a nap for the rest of today. Ottumwa girls basketball, thank you for being on the sports section. Let's take a break, hear from some sponsors. We got Montezuma boys basketball coming in next. Find your Iowa dream home with AE Realty in Montezuma. With unparalleled industry knowledge and local expertise, AE Realty is the Montezuma real estate expert you've been looking for. Whether you're buying or selling, AE Realty can help you get the best deal. You can find AE Realty at 321 East Main Street in Montezuma. Call 641-623-2639 or go to aerealtyinc.com.
At Beacon Community Schools, opportunity isn't limited. It's everywhere. From FFA to music, business to athletics, our students explore it all. Small class sizes mean big advantages. Personal attention, strong relationships, and academic success that goes above and beyond. You're more than a student. You're a story, a voice, a vital part of our school family. From the classroom to the kitchen, every adult helps shape futures. At Beacon, pride runs deep, where everybody is somebody.
Schedule your next dental appointment with Dr. Dan Schuster at Oski Dental, 641-673-4845. They're accepting new patients. Oski Dental will file all of your insurance forms for you. They're a Delta dental provider. And Oski Dental is located at 902 South 17th Street in Oskaloosa. That's Oski Dental, 641-673-4845. We make smiles happen at Oski Dental. Stop by James Family Greenhouse and Produce in Sigourney. They have a variety of hanging baskets, annuals, shrubs, perennials, trees, mulch, and vegetable plants. Plus, you can spruce up your landscape with yard decor or decorate the inside of your home with home decor. James Family Greenhouse is also a great place to stop in for some gift ideas. You gotta stop in and see it all for yourself. James Family Greenhouse at 701 East Jackson in Sigourney. And be sure to follow their page on Facebook. And we're back at Barnwired in Sigourney for the sports section on this Saturday morning. We just had Ottumwa girls basketball in. We've got the special guest host today, AJ Johnson from KTVO. And AJ, we've got Montezuma boys basketball in next. Let's go.
Awesome. Welcome in, fellas. This is an exciting moment for me. I'm in the presence of top-tier basketball right here. Montezuma You guys didn't know I know about you, but I do. I've been watching from afar because you guys are far from me. So, but when I do get a chance to see you, it's always a good show. It's always a lot of fun, and you guys always, for my stakes, play well when I'm around. So, I haven't seen you in quite some time. I think the last time was a sub-state game, and we'll get into that. But we won't start there. We'll start about where you guys are now in the season you're having. But for our wonderful audience out there, we got to let them know who we're dealing with. So we'll start right here. You'll give them your name and your year in school.
Brady Bolton, senior. Luke Brennan, senior. Brooks Stockman, senior. Dane Strong, junior.
All right. Steve, I dare say I might remember all four this time.
Maybe.
I might. I think since the moment I said that, now I'm like second guessing it, but I think we got this. I know I'm 3 for 3 in my head, but we'll see if I get the fourth. We'll start with the senior right here, Brady. We are 10-4, right? 10-3 right now, right? You guys play last night?
Yeah.
Who'd you play?
We played Colfax Mingo.
Yeah, so you guys smacked them, right?
First half was a little ugly, but
yeah,
got it done.
So I have nothing against Colfax Mingo. I just know what I've seen a lot over the years. So the success is now 2 seasons strong, and but I feel like it's a little different this year. I feel like even though the record says kind of about the same thing you were right now, it feels like there's a more confidence in your wins. What would you say is kind of one of the big differences of your team this year from last season?
Yeah, I think we're finding different ways to kind of win, and I think that's big. Last year we had maybe a handful of guys who could come in and play, and I think this year we're kind of confident with going 8 deep, which is big for us, and being able to spread the ball around and find different ways to score, and then really lock in on the defensive end is kind of the jump that we've made from this year, or from last year to this year.
Yeah, it's really nice when your bench gets deeper, right? When you don't have to rely so heavily on 5-6 guys, but you can grab a couple other guys, get your breaks in, and then be on the court where you need to. How do you guys go about figuring out who and how to play through?
Yeah, I think Coach does a good job with the rotations and getting us in spots where we're positioned to succeed, which has been good. But we all work together pretty well and enjoy what we can do on the court and find different ways to get each other open, get each other the ball, and then help out in the defensive end.
Let's go over to Luke. Did I nail it?
Yep.
4 for 4. Because it's Brooks and Dane. I got this. Okay, you guys don't know. I did this show for an entire summer, and I know a decent amount of the teams that come on, but sometimes I don't. And they'll bring 4 and 5 and 6 people on, and I'll introduce myself before camera. I'll introduce you to the camera, and then I'll ask your name every time because I forget it. So for me to remember, even 4, I'm feeling pretty good. Let's take a second and give me a round of applause.
Congratulations. I'm honored.
Luke, when you think about this squad, what would you say the chemistry is like on and off the court?
The chemistry on the court, I'd say goes pretty well. We got Brady and Dane who like to bring the ball up, and then we have Brooks Wilson. He's a freshman for us, and they really like to score the ball, of course, but they also dish it out pretty well. And then off the court, we just like to have fun with each other.
How long have you guys been playing together? Like as a core group, I guess.
Since Upward, where Coach is at right now.
Yeah, that's kind of what I like about this area. So I'm from a bigger area in Florida, but I come up here and over there, a lot of kids come in and leave and come in and leave. But here it seems like every team, once you get a senior, 4 to 5 to 6 of those guys, they've been playing together since we were 3. It's just what we do at this point.
Pretty much.
But it's a good feeling because, it means the trust is there almost from Jump Street, and then you just have to find a way to make it work out on the court. How do you guys handle it when things aren't going well?
Coach just tells us to stay calm and keep trusting the process, and we just rely on each other because we know we can get it done.
All right, so I had this daydream where we just did that whole thing where I was super proud of myself, and then I had a daydream. What if I go to this third one and it's not the right name? Brooks?
Yeah.
Okay, because then he said Brooks Wilson as a freshman. I was like,
yeah, same name.
Okay, I was like, bro, wait, what did I do? And they clapped for me. Brooks, we talked about the success, but obviously, no team's perfect. Even undefeated teams, you can point at areas where they're having, issues or hard times. When you think about where you guys have had some hard times, what would you say some of those have been where you guys need to improve or things that you guys have been working on?
we have a goal at every game to just limit turnovers, so it's always just a goal to focus on that. And then 2 of our losses are out of conference, so always improve out of conference play. So that's just kind of the main thing.
Were those teams like upper class? Like you guys are 1A, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Like, are they 2 and 3A or?
One of them was 1A for sure, but one of them PCM's too.
I don't hear much about PCM basketball. That's interesting. I'm gonna have to do a little bit more work on that. I know PCM football through and through, but all right, thanks. You gave me homework, Brooks. All right, haven't forgot about you, Dane, back there. We'll talk a little bit about what I expect that you guys have as a goal for this season, and that's getting to the state tournament. When you look at where you guys are now, how do you feel you guys are on track for that?
I think we have a pretty good chance. I don't think a lot of people really see our potential. We have a lot of potential. We just have to meet our standards, keep doing what we're doing, and keep getting better.
When do you guys ever have this moment where and I know you do because I played ball, so when you guys get on the schedule and you see a certain team, and you're just like, all right, this is a cake night. How do you stay focused and remind yourself not to not look down on a team, but just kind of look over a team?
Our coach always gives us a little pregame speech about how it doesn't matter what the team is, we still need to play hard, get what we need to get done, and finish our goals.
When you think of this season, give me a moment where you feel like you guys faced some adversity and had to find a way to overcome it.
I'd probably say the Linville game. We didn't really overcome it, but that whole game was just a really hard game for us. None of us really played what we could play, and I think it played a big part in the outcome of the game.
All right, respectfully, Linville is a really good team this year. And they've always had a pretty decent program throughout their sports landscape, one way or another. And so it's interesting. I was doing my homework on you guys, and I think about last year. You guys are right there, second at the top of your conference, behind North Mahaska. They take a small step back, so. Obviously, you think, all right, Montezuma comes to take it, and out of nowhere, Linville comes and just is sitting at that top spot undefeated. When you look at them, what is it, Brady, that they have that makes it difficult on you guys to, when you play them?
Yeah, I think this year especially, I think they went 10 deep against us, maybe 11 even. They played a lot of guys who are athletic. They had a lot of size on us as well. And so down the stretch, just a couple offensive rebounds that didn't go our way. Buckets inside, and then we didn't shoot it well. We got in foul trouble, turned it over a little too much, and obviously affected the outcome of the game. But it was one of those that felt like if we cleaned up a couple of those things, we could have been right there with them and maybe gave them a run, but just didn't play well enough in the end. And props to them because they are really good this year.
You guys got it one more time on the schedule, right?
I don't think so. I think we only get them once this year.
Oh,
so, yeah.
That's all right. Yeah, because 1A's conference schedules are so short. That was one thing I also noticed. I was like, give them more games. I want to see y'all those back and forth games and the revenge games are a fun narrative. So, but it's okay because that means your next shot at them is when it matters most, more than likely, if the draw plays out the way we'd like it to. So, if you do see them again, I guess I can't technically say power to you, but y'all know what it is. All right, so then we'll talk about another team that's been a thorn in your side, and we'll go to Luke for this. Last year, you guys, I think, had 4 losses, and 3 of them were to North Mahaska. We won't talk about this season yet, but sorry to dwell on the past, but, what does that do to your psyche when you look at a schedule and you're just like, this one team we just couldn't figure out? Why did they have your number last year?
Well, for 3 quarters in all 3 games last year, we were right there with them, if not ahead. But then in the 4th quarter, we kind of stalled out, and that resulted in a not great outcome.
Did you say at this point they're kind of a rivalry now?
Oh, they've always been a rivalry.
I mean, because you get the first regular season ones, and they beat you in the 2, and then you guys are still streaking, and it's all the way to Des Moines, and then they pop up on your schedule the last game of the season. What was that last game like, playing them in the playoffs?
Well, we really had a mindset that we thought a team wouldn't beat us twice and we could come out on top, and I thought we were going to, but then in those last couple minutes of the fourth quarter, they caught fire.
Appreciate you. It's not easy to look back on your failures and talk about it. So dope. Well, let's think about this season. Now you got them once, and you got them up next on the schedule. So what would it mean for you guys to get the season sweep of North Mahaska, Brooks?
Isn't it the last 4 games we played were losses? It's been a minute since we beat them, so it'd just be good. Something like that. So
I thought Bound had you guys had the win against them earlier this season.
Oh yeah. Before that.
Oh yeah,
that's what I meant.
We're on this season now.
Yeah,
we're on this season now. So you got the win.
It'd just be good to sweep an in-conference opponent and then just get them back a little bit for last year.
I mean, it's North Mahaska. You guys get to walk off the court with a little grin, if you will. I couldn't say the rest of the grin words. I had to catch my family show self. Go me. Well, so we'll move back to Dane back here, and we think about that. So, yeah, North Mahaska is a game in front of you. You always focus on that. But, again, we talked about the goals, getting to the state tournament. So how do you guys go about finishing this season strong and heading into the postseason that much closer to the goal you guys are reaching?
I don't really have an answer for this, to be honest. I think as long as we just keep pushing hard in practice, we stay focused, stay locked in, we're going to eventually reach our goals where we want to be by the end of the season. And then playoff, we know we can't mess around. We know we got to be ready for every game no matter what the opponent is, and just stay focused.
Is there another game on your schedule that you can think of that you guys are looking forward to playing?
No, I don't
Anybody,
think so.
I guess, yeah.
We got obviously Mahaska on Tuesdays.
Right.
Probably going to be pretty good. And then I think we go to Kyoto a couple weeks later in the season, which is another big conference game.
That's a fun one.
And then I think we finish it off with 2 2A teams. So got some good challenges down the road, too.
If you guys could move your school closer, I'll come to way more games. That's the only thing preventing me from being around a little bit more often. But like I said, it is a lot of fun to watch y'all. And I guess I'll kind of end with this, and it'll be for you, Brady, here. So the one I think about watching you guys last was Centerville last season. I get in there, and the way for me it works, I have to. I watch one half of the girls' game at the end, and then I watch the front half of the boys' game, because then I got to hightail it to another game. I got 4 or 5 games a night. It's a great job, but also I'd love to stay and watch the fulfillment of a game. But you gave me a full game in the first quarter. I think you dropped 25 in the first half. So what's it like when you're just unconscious like that, just going off and hitting everything? Because you do it quite often from what I can see.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it feels good. Just those nights kind of happen sometimes. You can't really tell when it's going to happen. But in that game specifically, I think we came in. It was a Tuesday night in January. We had to make a 2+ hour drive. And so it was kind of one of those games that could have been dead. But we came out with a lot of energy, and the ball kind of had some energy popping around. And obviously it felt really good. The ball was going in the hoop. And we played great defense to put our offense in good situations. And that's kind of how everything started to spark and get going. Obviously, it turned out to be a pretty good night.
It was a pretty good night. I remember I was getting ready to leave, and I think it was halftime, and I was like, I got to get the box score, at least figured out, because I knew my highlights were going to have you on it. But at that point, I had no clue who you were. And I think your mom was scoring the game, and I was like, Who's this? He's like, oh, that's my son. Yeah, he's having a good game. He's got 25. And here's some of your card. I was saying his final stats. I was like, all right, I appreciate it. So it was a fun little moment. I want to say it was upwards of 40, wasn't it?
It's 54.
Yeah.
Cool
So,
record.
yeah. See, all right. Well, I only got so far. I was a year ago. Give me a break. We'll do one more for you, and then we'll let you out of here. The other thing I wanted to, make sure people knew, you're one of the first 15 for IA basketball in Class 1A. So congratulations on that. How's it feel to know that, the hard work you put into this point is being recognized by multiple people in the state?
Yeah, I think that's just kind of what comes from it, is you put in the work since you've been playing upward with these same guys back when we were 3 or 4 years old, whatever it was. And this is kind of where it's going to show, and it's really fun to go out there and play with these guys every night. And I think that's what I'm most grateful for at the end is going out there, getting wins, whatever it is, and then obviously being able to dish it out or score whatever we need to do to win, and then put us in a good position to do that.
And lastly, either one of you three can take it. How's it feel to help your friend be that successful and also be a part of it together? Because his success is your success, and vice versa, of course.
It feels really good watching a friend succeed, someone you've grown up with your whole life, and be noticed by the entire state of Iowa. And it just really feels good to be a part of it and help him get as far as we can.
Well, I hope as far as you can we'll have us all meet up in Des Moines. I'd love to be watching you guys play some early March basketball, and if that's the case, don't forget me when I come up and do interviews, because that's when you get extra coverage. I'll just put you all over my webpage, and then everyone's like, ooh, clicks. Is nobody really watching? All right. Steve, anything for the Zuma boys?
How about the Zuma boys? It's money.
Hey, you got your nicknames. I've got mine. I'm an independent contractor sometimes.
I'm a lifer down here in Southeast Iowa, so it's Monty. Who are some guys, whoever can answer this, who are some guys on the team that didn't make it here this morning that are also contributing to the team?
Yeah, so we got another junior, Easton Hudnut, who's another starter for us, and he's been playing pretty well this year. Really good shooter. He's been playing better defense for us and getting some rebounds and being able to contribute that way. Sophomore, Talon Hollins, our big guy, he's been playing inside. He's been making strides as the season goes on. He didn't see very much time last year in varsity, but this year he's been a huge piece for us and kind of makes us go when we're playing well. And then we have two freshmen who come off the bench, and Brooks Wilson and Tommy Heemstra. Tommy's 6'5", something like that, and so he's blocking a lot of shots and gets rebounds for us. And Brooks is, I think, shooting the best from three on the team. So getting two two pretty big contributions from freshmen, which is pretty nice for us.
Man, if I was 6'5" as a freshman, I dare say y'all would have never met me. you might have my rookie card.
Is it confusing to have two Brookses on the team, Brooks?
It's really confusing.
It confused me.
Because you're a Broox, right? Does he spell his name with a KS?
All right. Yeah. So, and then sometimes coach will yell out to us in game to go do something, and we don't know which one he's
both
talking
on the
to.
same defensive assignment.
He'll tell one of us to go into the game for somebody, but he doesn't say which one.
He just needs to say X.
Yeah, we've tried to install nicknames, and it just hasn't caught, so it gets confusing.
And Luke, if I remember right, you were earlier this school year. You were an athlete of the week voted on Steve Shetler Media.
Correct.
All right, I thought so. We need to get more Montezuma athletes winning that.
We're trying.
Yeah,
get
so
them
get
clicks.
those votes rolling. And then just overall Montezuma basketball. I know, AJ, you've only been in the area for a couple of years, but Montezuma basketball, just known, the boys program and the girls program, known for just being winners over the years. I graduated from Sigourney in '90. That was during a stretch where basketball in general, Montezuma and Keota boys were winning state titles left and right. So the Arndt boys, I don't know if you guys know your history of the program. When was the last time that Montezuma won a state title? Anybody know off it? Was it that team?
2021.
Oh, 21.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
And then before that would have been back in...
Would have been in 90. Yep.
Yeah. Got some really good teams.
Hey, well, I'll tell you, even just being here for 2 years, the Montezuma name does carry some weight. Even when you hear it, you're like, there's something about it.
Yep.
So I don't know if it's because of its rich Aztec history, but
Zuma.
The Zuma boys.
Right.
I like
Montezuma. I always enjoy, I obviously carry a lot of our area teams, and we get you guys on occasionally with some live games, and always look forward to it. So best of luck the rest of the season. Montezuma boys basketball, always good to have you guys on. And stay tuned. We're going to have the Keota girls basketball team on next.
Looking for more than just a job? Find a career where you make a difference right in your community.
What I appreciate about First Resources is our dedication to innovation, always looking for ways to expand programming and offer greater opportunities for our staff and everyone involved.
First Resources staff are amazing. They're committed and they are motivated and they are fierce advocates to help clients meet their goals.
If you're ready to join a team committed to making a difference, apply online and join us at First Resources.
Build it together. Build it with Valley Lumber.
Are you building a new house or maybe wanting to do a remodel? Come check out our showroom at Valley Lumber and Hardware's Eddyville location. Cook kitchen cabinets, masonite interior doors, and more. Not sure what you want? Let us help with the design and layout of your new kitchen or remodel. At Valley Lumber and Hardware, we can help with any room in the house, from lumber for building to shower enclosures, paint, and more. Choose Valley Lumber and Hardware with locations in Eddyville and Albia.
The mission of Essence of Life Hospice is to provide comprehensive, coordinated care to individuals with life-limiting illnesses and to their families, and to support them in the process of death and bereavement. Our goal is to provide palliative care that addresses the physical, psychological, and spiritual dimensions of service for the terminally ill as an integrated whole. We pride ourselves on providing the highest quality care and are on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. For more information, visit essencehospice.com.
Skunk River Radio is online radio for Southeast Iowa, playing country music from 1990 through 2010, along with Iowa country music. Listen to Steve Shetler weekdays from 6 a.m. to noon and The Haze from noon to 6 p.m. Skunk River Radio also has Southeast Iowa weather, community calendar, and we play all your country music favorites like Garth, Reba, Shania, Brooks and Dunn, and many, many more. Listen to Skunk River Radio at skunkriverradio.com. Download the app with Apple and Android devices or listen on Alexa and Google Assistant. Skunk River Radio. Online radio for Southeast Iowa.
Hey, we're back here at Barn Wired in downtown Sigourney, 119 East Marion Street. Stop in for breakfast and coffee to get you going on this Saturday morning. Let me adjust my camera just a hair. And we've had Ottumwa girls basketball on. We've had Montezuma boys basketball on, as AJ likes to call them, Zuma. And now we've got Keota girls basketball on, one of the teams that we follow pretty regularly here on Steve Shetler Media. Keota girls basketball. AJ Johnson is our host from KTVO. AJ, take it away.
So we got the Zuma boys and now the Kiki girls. Hello. Jokes, just jokes. That's not even a good one, but it worked. So I had like 2 seconds to think of one. That's the best I come up with off the top. I'll work on it. Hi, how are you? Welcome in.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for joining me. It's been a little bit since I've seen you guys. Apologies for that. I've been trying. Your schedule just doesn't like me, but I'm trying. We'll figure this out. Before we get going, let's let the wonderful people who probably already know exactly who's in front of them know exactly who's in front of them. So give them your name and your year for me, please.
My name is Dakota Dodd, and I'm a senior. Kennedy Jackson, and I'm a senior.
Jeff Sprouse, head coach.
And he's a senior. See what I did there? See, Jeff?
A senior and then some.
It's cool. I only got a few more years that I can make these jokes, so I got to get them out now, and then I'll cry a little bit at home. But, Coach, we'll start with you. Another good season. You guys have already matched your win total from last year, which is awesome, so congrats. When you look at this squad, what would you say is the biggest difference from last year to where you guys are this year?
I think the biggest thing is growth. We've been able to, tackle some new things. One of the biggest things is just, we seem to be young every year, and this year, we've been able to, with our leadership through our 2 seniors we have here, been able to really, we talked about this process a couple of years ago and figuring out where we wanted to be. And obviously everybody wants to win all the games you can win, but it's been a process, and girls sports has struggled a little bit in Keota, and it's kind of a testament. The last couple of years, things have really turned around, and a lot of it is because of the 2 we got sitting here, and we talked about our process, what we have to do, and these guys have been good leaders and really getting us going down the right road anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of been a theme for me to say this all day. Like, I haven't been here long in the area, just going on 2 years now, and I've already seen the turnaround, from when I first got here and was seeing what Keota had done in the past to when I kind of really started coming around you guys a little more often for softball season. first winning season there in over a decade, and then volleyball went and did very, very well, and now your basketball team really, 2 years in a row, you could say have been successful. It feels like this young group is a little different, and the future's a little brighter, respectfully. So what's it like, seeing that there's a core coming of an actual group of seniors instead of one on the softball team, two on the basketball team, et cetera,
I really think that's huge, and you got to develop a culture. Everybody preaches culture, everybody preaches all the sayings and so forth. But you really have to kids just have to buy in. They have to want to do it. And these two sitting here have really helped us. We've talked about this 2 years ago in basketball, actually, when these guys were sophomores, and you could see that we had the potential. It's just, you got to build block after block, and we started it there, and I said, keep it going in every sport that you are. And these girls are on a pretty good run compared to where we've been for a long time, and it makes it a lot better when you go to practice. I'm sure, as they'll tell you, and we've run into some different things this year that we haven't had. There's been a lot of tape watched on us. And that's good and bad.
Yeah,
obviously,
right,
it's much more fun to sneak up on people. We don't do that anymore, and it's the same way in softball, the same way in volleyball, and so the testament's all to the girls. They've done a fantastic job for us, and it makes coaching a lot easier.
Don't be mad at me. I'm going to go right to left, so we're going to jump to Kennedy. Even though you got the mic in your hand, I'm going to have you pass that off real quick. Don't worry, I got good questions coming for you, okay? You stay locked in up here. It's coming. Kennedy, hi. How are you?
I'm good.
Awesome. What's it been like to kind of watch this growth over your years and to be such a big part of what Keota sports in general has become?
It's been pretty cool to be a part of. I mean, my freshman year for basketball, I didn't play that much, but I mean, we still had a pretty decent season. And then my sophomore year, we kept building off from my freshman year, and then junior year's even better, and then senior year's been pretty well, and I'm pretty proud of the team, how far we've come.
You guys are 5-1 in your last 6 games. What would you say has kind of been the success during that stretch for you guys?
I think Jeff's pregame speech is always pretty well, and it gets us fired up usually, and he always preaches these 3 things: is talk, rebound, run, and also have fun is mostly important, and I think we take those and do them pretty well in the game.
I will give props to the Keota coaches. They always have a way to get you fired up, from Sean and from Ethan and Jeff, and I'll be on the sidelines and just get hyped. Like, your volleyball coaches would have me up in the stands just like, all right, let's do this. So that's good, And I think that's one of the ways when you do go through those stretches that are so difficult to keep the athletes and the players and the kids invested, It's tough to go like softball did for so long, not winning a game, but show up every day. But when you do that, it pays off. So, Dakota, we'll come to you now. What was it like that first moment? Like, you got to feel the turnaround from not being great to now, like, all right, we're seeing a little bit of success.
I think our first few games of the season, we went and played Highland and Lone Tree in the 4-corner shootout, which we've played every year that I've been in high school, and we haven't won ever those first 2 games. And then this year we finally won, and it was like, holy cow, we actually did it. Like, all the work that we've done in practice is finally paying off.
That's awesome. See, that's that accomplishment. Like, you're working towards it, and then you finally get it, and like you can not take that goal and notch it off. When you think about the work that you've put in to get here, like, how would you describe that grind?
Our practices are pretty competitive. Jeff tries to get it pretty even split, so it's not just starters on one team and then everyone else on the other team. We try to get it pretty evenly split, and it gets pretty competitive. We all just compete with each other.
What would you say that's done for the chemistry to mesh like that?
Oh, that's done a lot because, we're not going to have the same 5 people on the floor every time down the floor, so we got to play with other people, and us splitting it up in practice it helps a lot on the floor.
I told her to stay locked in, and she did. 3 quick answers right to the. All right,
that's good because
don't leave me hanging.
we give Dakota a lot of static, so she is locked in on Saturday morning. That's good.
Nice. I'm gonna have to try some of that myself. So, Coach, 6 games left on the season. What's the message to try to make sure we're finishing this thing out the right way?
We just take it you're going to love this one day at a time. It's an old adage. And in our case, we really don't know what we don't know.
Yeah.
We've used that quite a bit this year. But one of the challenges, we'll have is we have to, play what the schedule gives us for obviously, but in our case is we do have to, play that game that's in front of us. And, with our schedule here at the end, it's going to be, we're going to be on the road for most of them, just the way the schedule is. And we've got, every game for us is going to be tough. It's not like we can show up, snap our fingers, and we're going to win a game. And that's one of the things that even though you have success, we're new to this, to be honest with you, to a degree. We have to just make sure that we take care of what we do the best, and kind of the four things that Kennedy talked about. Those are the things we have to do. With some adjustments here or there, but we've got quite a few who still have Sigourney, Montezuma. We have a big homecoming game next week, which will always be a challenge, for attention and making sure we're where we're supposed to be. So, I don't want to give you this coach speak, but yeah, basically that's where we're going to be. Is we need to battle, like we said, in practice every night, and continue to push for this the last third of the season, because we kind of break it up: the first part before Christmas, the second half of the season before we tournaments, and then of course you want to make sure you're going on up into tournament play.
Well, it makes you feel better. I live in coach speak, so some days I'm just like, I didn't get to talk to the coach, but I know him pretty well. He would say, one day at a time, and we work hard, and it's all good. It's all good. And also well said. So, Kennedy, when you think about these last 6 games, what would you say is the Keota Lady Eagles' goal for the rest of the season?
Our goal is obviously to win them. We'd love to win all of the rest of the games, but I think mostly our goal is to have fun and make sure we play our best every single night.
And how do you get that done? I didn't see that coming, did you?
I think, grinding in practice, working hard, stuff like that.
When you say stuff like that, what exactly do you mean?
Nice assist.
I think like the past few games, or pretty much almost all season, we've been starting off the game pretty good. Just it's not told we can get on a run and then go, and then I think we just start the games off really, really, really well. So that obviously helps a lot when we get down in the fourth quarter, when we're getting tired. We have that lead from the beginning of the game, so I think that helps a lot.
When you say helps a lot, no,
I'm not ready for that.
I'm messing with you. So, all right, I'll get one more for the basketball season, then we'll talk about you guys as seniors for a little bit before we end this out. So, I had it, and then I kept talking, and I lost it. So give me a second to bring it back. There it is, Dakota. Senior, so when it's all said and done at the end of this season, when you look back, what do you hope you remember about this year?
I hope I just remember that we had a lot of fun playing, and we didn't hate each other. We all get along really well this year. I think more than all the years before that. It's been really fun, and we just had a lot of fun this season, even in practice. Sometimes it sucks when something's not going our way, and during games it's not going our way, but we're like, hey, we got each other. We just gotta focus for a little bit, take a deep breath, and then we're good to go.
And what do you hope the community remembers about your season?
I think
nice assist.
I think we've had really good culture, and I think everyone can see that comes to our games. We play together, we get the ball up and down the floor, we like to pass a lot, and we're just playing really fun. I think they think we're playing with a lot of fun this year.
Fantastic. 6 games, I can make this happen. I looked at your schedule before I came because I was like, ugh. I also don't. I wish you guys played more games because I feel like all the other teams I cover have 10 to 11 more games, and you guys have 6, and I'm like, why do they do that to you? It's not fair. You guys should be able to play the 25 to 30 as all the other squads, but that's a me thing. We'll move on from that. All right, so senior year. Has it been a fun ride?
Yeah, it's been my favorite year of basketball. It's just been really fun so far.
Well, we'll go so throughout the entire scope of just being a senior at Keota. Do you have any other sports that you play?
This year I'll hopefully be able to play softball, but that's it.
Did you play softball last year?
I did not. I was
Okay.
hurt. I had to get surgery on my foot.
Okay, because then I would have felt really bad. I was like, what? How would I not have remembered you?
You don't forget Dakota.
And that's what she's already made a great impression. I was like, hold up. So and Kenny will tell you we have some fun in softball season, so you should get there. Well, I hope to see you in softball season. When you think about just being the senior, this being your last year at Keota, what's one of the favorite things to this point of the year, basketball, outside of basketball, whatever, that you've kind of got to experience for yourself this year?
I think just knowing that like this is my last year, I'm taking everything like one day at a time, just soaking it all up every day, because I know next year I'm not going to be able to be back here at school every day all day. I won't be back in the basketball gym all day or all night practicing with my teammates and some of my best friends. So.
You know where you're going to college yet?
Kirkwood, but undecided on like what I want to do yet.
Gotcha. Okay. I got a pitcher from Albia going to Kirkwood. So if you run into Grace Pence, she's a cool person, good friend. Just get you a leap start on culture in college. So just keep that in your back pocket. Tell her AJ sent you. That way she's not like, who's this weird girl who thinks she knows me or anything. All right, we'll go over to Kennedy real quick, and we'll kind of do the same thing. I know. I mean, I guess I should ask, because as a senior, it's your summer. Are you planning to play softball this summer?
Yes, I am.
Awesome. Track, field?
Track and volleyball.
You just do it all, huh?
Yep.
All right. Okay. You as a senior, we'll start with the sports. Like, what's been your favorite moment as an athlete at Keota so far this senior year?
I definitely enjoyed volleyball season a lot. I mean, that is my favorite sport. So it was definitely bittersweet, ending the season and knowing that I'm never going to play that sport ever again. What? Competitively.
It's like, there's like beach volleyball, you got friends, you can go to a gym.
But that's definitely been my best memory so far.
Gotcha. God, it sounded so sad. Like, I'm never, ever, ever got to play that sport again. I hung up my volleyball shoes. And then just, being at Keota, because, it's a tight-knit community and everything. And, you girls mesh so well together just as friends. But, being a senior and being the leader that you've been, just as a senior, what's been, like, your best experiences so far this year in or off the sports landscape? Off, because we just did volleyball.
Yeah. Well, definitely the friends I've made ever since, I've been at Keota. They're always there for you and stuff, so I'll definitely miss them a lot.
You know where you're going to college?
I'm going to Kirkwood as well.
Oh, so I just tried to, take your best friend away without even knowing, huh? Guys, you got to branch out, okay? You know what you're doing, what you're studying, or if you're playing any sports?
Science.
Nice. Just remember, you guys can walk on. They take talented athletes from any level, and you might just get to pick up a volleyball again.
Maybe.
Coach, I got one for you. I ask this question a lot, so hopefully, the audience out there will indulge me, because I haven't, got to talk to you on an interview spectrum yet, and I always enjoy asking this question the first times I have it with coaches, because I do think it's important. Being on the high school landscape, we're teaching young men and women to grow into society and everything. So outside of the landscape of basketball, what's some things you like to instill into your athletes outside of the sport, but as a person?
That's a great question. We talk about being accountable, 24/7. We have standards, that building culture, and that's been one of the challenges we've had is trying to make sure we have that. We got great kids, but we just got to blend that, and the younger kids look up to these guys all the time, and they help with the youth program, and that really helps kind of fill with low numbers for us. It's going to help us down the road. I think holding to a higher standard is excellent. I said it doesn't matter if we're in basketball season or not. You've got young people watching you. We have to do things the right way. We always talk about being good people. Do something nice for somebody every day. Basic things that not get preachy, but in the world, if everybody does that once a day, man, things would be a lot better. And we talk about that, and at the end of the day, the wins and the losses, those will go away. But it's how you've reacted to that, how you go about and hold yourself. Where you win with class, you lose with class. That's something that I pride myself on, trying to be the role model for these guys, and then they pass it on. Down, within the team, and then also to the younger kids, and so that's where we go anyway. We're not going to be perfect, obviously, but every day we got to get up and strive and do the best that we possibly can.
Very well said. I appreciate that answer. Very wise man here, Jeff Sprouse. If you guys haven't been paying attention, pay more attention. I appreciate that. Thank you for that.
Did you hear that, girls?
I hope you guys are listening. Well, I will say, as far away as Keota is from me, I'm always excited when I do get to go out there. You guys have always shown me love, and you guys are always a lot of fun. So, I appreciate what the Keota community is and what I've seen of it. So, don't change, guys. It's been awesome. And I guess if Steve has anything for you guys, I'll let him jump in here.
Yeah, I was just going to say, name drop some other players that aren't here today that are big contributors to this year's team. Whoever wants to jump in.
Emily Conger's been really good. She's another starter for us. And then Cameron Hafley, she's been really well to the our team and stuff.
Jessalyn Aller's a good freshman for us. I mean, she's our tallest player, and she can get up and down the floor pretty good. And Addison Allberg, she's also a freshman. She comes in and she just gets up and down the floor for us when one of us is tired. We just go. We get her in, and then I'd say Elise Lyle too. She's normally on their best player, defending them, and she gets a lot of rebounds for us. And she's very physical. And Carly Greiner as well. She's our other starter, and she's doing really good this year, I'd say, as well. She can rebound, boxes out. She gets on the floor for loose balls. I think we all do a pretty good job of that. Just we want that extra possession, because at the end of the game it could come down to that. So I think we all do a very good job of getting on the floor. We try to have at least one or two people more than the other team on the floor, just getting that ball. So, yeah.
Nice.
I'll just throw out the other three, because be honest with you, it takes all 11. As Peyton Boffman's a freshman, busts every night in practice, plays lots of defense. Bryn Conrad and Ella Greiner, all three are just everybody puts in minutes, and you can't have a team without having everybody. So, I appreciate, their answers, and, I think for us to have the success we have, it's all because of all 11 of them.
Yeah, I'll tell you, man. Elise is scrappy, and everything I've seen her play, like the fact, I'm not surprised you said she's a defender and she's physical, because it seems to be like her demeanor in a good way. You know what I mean? Like, she plays the role that you need. And I've seen that in softball, I've seen that in volleyball, and you're talking about in basketball. I can't wait to see that on display as well.
She's very quiet, but very, very, very efficient.
She speaks with her play for sure. And I'll tell you this, and I hope all the coaches are listening. If we can get Jessalyn Aller training in jumping, she will be untouchable in volleyball and basketball, because her length, her size. I was watching her play volleyball, and I just figured she'd be the right side hitter that nobody can stop, but her spring's not there yet. And if we get it, it's gonna be a very scary thing. I'm just saying.
It will be good for everything. We talk about that, and I know how she works. She'll definitely get there.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's no knock on you, Jess. I got love for you. I'm just, I love sports. I watch the players. I watch the game. I see things, and sometimes I just have to speak on them. So, she's got a bright future and everything. Dude, her in the softball circle is nuts. So
we'll send out some love to Keota. They brought Steve Shetler Media back in this year to do some of your guys' games, so it's always fun. You guys are just right down the road from Sigourney, so really appreciate Dave Harper and all the folks at Keota for bringing us back on board for this year. I know Andy McGuire loves doing the call of the game. We've got Curtis Vanderwall that's been helping out with some of the commentary as well, so really appreciate Keota letting us in to do some games this year. All right, Keota girls basketball, thank you guys for coming in this morning. Appreciate your time. Appreciate you getting up early. And we'll do it again down the road. All right, we'll take a quick break. AJ and I will wrap things up after this.
Kyoto Community School District, we are proud to lead with innovation, excellence, and the heart. With our student-teacher ratio low, our classrooms are built for connection, giving every student the attention they deserve. We continue with our 4-day school week for the 25-26 school year, creating more time for personalized learning, enrichment, and sport. And the results speak for themselves. In the 2024 ISAF scores, our students ranked number 1 in math and number 2 in English in our conference. That's academic achievement, that's community pride, that's Kyoto Schools.
Complete Care of Iowa is a medical clinic located in Sigourney, Iowa that provides care to patients of all ages. Located at 113 East Marion Street in Sigourney. Call 641-541-4040. Complete Care of Iowa is open Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Tuesday and Thursday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Saturday by appointment only. They're currently accepting new patients. Find more information at CompleteCareOfIowa.com. Complete Care of Iowa. Healthcare for where you are.
Keokuk County Medical Clinic is your one-stop shop for healthcare. Our behavioral health providers offer a wide range of services to help you reach your goals. We have a variety of family practice providers who see patients of all ages for acute and chronic care. Jack's Corner Drug is located just down the hall for your convenience. Call 641-622-1170 to reach the clinic or 641-622-3184 to reach Jack's Corner Drug.
Hey, we are coming back to the sports section. We're live at Barnwired in downtown Sigourney, 119 East Marion Street. Coffee, breakfast, do some shopping, just hang out with us here for the next few minutes. I don't know. We're here for just a few more minutes. We got AJ Johnson from KTVO. AJ, it's been a full show. Let's run down this week's athletes and team of the week as voted on the Steve Shetler Media Facebook page on the polls that go up each week. And the male athlete of the week, sponsored by Keokuk County Hospital and Clinics, is Owen Menke from Sigourney Kyoto Wrestling. What do you know about Owen?
I know that I was there at the Ottumwa Wrestling Invitational when he got his 100th win. He was jazzed up for that. Got runner-up. He couldn't get right over the last hump, but a great match in the finals. And love Owen, man. He's always been a great kid, and I've talked to him multiple times, football, wrestling. So shout out. Well done, Owen. Keep voting.
Yep. Congratulations to him. Our Kelly Stiles State Farm Insurance Female Athlete of the Week, Kendall Burke from Cardinal Wrestling. Kendall had a successful week here. Would have been last week. Do you know anything about Kendall?
I'm not there on Kendall Burke yet, and I know a decent amount of Cardinals, so I gotta step my game up.
Yeah, congratulations. She had like 440 votes this past week.
Cardinal shows up for their
Yes,
kids, man.
yes.
They definitely do.
And then our team of the week, sponsored by Emma Ratliff at American Family Insurance, is Oskaloosa Boys Swim.
Okay.
They've got a heck of a boys swim team. I'm just swimming in general in the Oskaloosa School District is really solid. So, and we're actually going to have them on next week on our sports section, which I think Andy McGuire will be back. And if he's not, AJ, you're going to get the call.
We'll see what happens.
So, Oski boys, congratulations to them. What do we got? What do you got going on personally? You're a busy guy. You're everywhere.
It's a good day. Once upon a time, I brought you the gift of Ottumwa Bowling.
Yes.
They have their invitational today. About 10 to 12, 13 teams will be at Champion Bowl in Ottumwa.
Okay.
And, this is kind of their get prepared game or match for the sub-state tournament, the conference tournament that's coming up, and then the playoffs. So they're going to have some tough competition, but I think it should be a fun day of some bowling, and I'll get really jealous watching high schoolers throw more strikes than I ever have in my life.
Exactly.
But if everything goes well, we'll have a pretty good story on that tomorrow night on KTVO at 10:15. So
I was going to say, you got to get your plug in for your main
I'm doing the work, man.
career.
I'm doing the work. I got to get
a
people to
side
see
gig.
it. This is a great side gig. And I got to tell you, you always get the right group on when I'm here. Like I can't think of a show we've done that I didn't enjoy getting to meet or talking with just about everybody we had on.
That's what I was saying to Andy McGuire last night. when we were doing the Keota and English Valleys basketball games. It's like you get all these different area teams on, and you get to know them a little bit, and it's hard to like root for one over the other anymore, because it's like you know all these kids, you like all these kids,
and
you want them all to go.
And it's so much fun when like they both know you back. So like for instance, last softball season, I'm in there for the game to send them to the state tournament. It's Albio or Centerville, and I love both those teams, and both those teams I think like me back. And but when they saw me give any love to the other team, they gave me some crap for it. So, but it's all fun and it's all games and love. So
let's see here on stuff that is kind of out of our league.
Yeah.
Let's go to college and NFL. We've got Iowa, Indiana basketball today, this afternoon at 1. Both teams at 12-5. Iowa taking Purdue to the limit the other night. They've done that several times this year. They've taken lots of top teams to the very limit, but Iowa just hasn't quite gotten over that hump yet.
It's one of those
They're close.
things. It's like you know when you see Iowa men's basketball, like you're going to be in for 2 full halves, but there's some disconnect when it matters at the end. For a lot of these teams where they don't put it together enough. And 12-5 is nothing to sneeze at. It's still a long season, but also it's shortening. We're almost at go time here. So they're scrappy, but Indiana's a great team, basketball and obviously football. So they're going to have their work cut out for them for sure.
Maybe the Hawks will be one of those teams where they've lost these tight games against top teams in the regular season, and then it'll all come together in the postseason.
That's the hope.
Who knows?
That's definitely the hope.
Are you an NFL fan?
I am an NFL fan.
Okay. So we got some games today and also tomorrow. Any thoughts on Bills, Broncos, 49ers, Seahawks today, Texans, Patriots, and Rams, Bears tomorrow?
So, this has been one of the most fun seasons for football because there's always parity in the NFL, but for the last couple of years you always expected Kansas City to be there, you always expected Philadelphia to be there, and the Rams are always a good team. This year you don't have Lamar Jackson in the playoffs, you don't have Joe Burrow in the playoffs, you don't have Kansas City and Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs. Josh Allen, you better get it done. I'm not a Buffalo fan, but this is it.
This is the
year. But, man, what Chicago has been doing, the Cardiac Bears have been impressive. Who would have told you when Sam Darnold played for the New York Jets that there'd be a 2-year stretch when he had the most wins in the NFL? Lots of good games. I mean, Drake May's the truth, but you're up against a Texas defense that just retired Aaron Rodgers and had Mike Tomlin step down. Like, those are 2 accolades that not many people can say. So I'm not going to pretend to know who's coming out on top of any of these games, and no one really can say they do because it's been a surprising year for every team in the NFL, and we love that. So with that said, I did have Buffalo as my preseason Super Bowl winners. I thought they'd beat Baltimore in the AFC Championship, but that's not a thing. So if they get it done, they get it done. But Seattle's defense is real on the NFC side, and the Rams are a really good team. So we'll see.
Finally, college football on Monday, Indiana and Miami. Now, you're a Florida guy. Do you have any love at all for Miami? Because you're a Florida State guy?
This is so tough for me, man, because here's the thing. I got family in Miami. Miami is one of the best cities in Florida. I do enjoy the fact that it's a Florida-based team. But, I'm a Florida State fan, and we absolutely despise Miami. So, part of me is like, well, it's Florida over Indiana. But I'm also one of those guys that love the storyline of a team that's been horrible for so long to come and win it. So it's like, let me get the Florida team to win, but once they lose, I'm going to be right there laughing at them. So the Florida Emmys choosing Miami, and my buddy will say I'm hedging here, of course, but the Florida Emmys taking Miami to win. If Indiana gets it, I'm going to be very happy for them.
Yeah, I'm all Hoosiers on this one.
Though. Indiana's such a good team. You'll find out a lot about Fernando Mendoza here. Because I do think Miami is going to give him trouble on the pass rush, and that's where people have said he struggled. But he's figured it out, and if he can do that again, he might solidify himself as a top-tier pick in the NFL draft. So.
For sure. Yeah, I'm Big Ten always.
Gotcha.
So I'll go Indiana on that one. 16-0. How about that?
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Who would ever thought somebody would win 16 games in a college football
I'll tell you one thing they didn't do. They didn't score more points in the 2013 Florida State Seminoles, though. Greatest team of all time. I want to hear that 2019 LSU stuff.
All right, AJ Johnson from KTVO, you are tagged in this Facebook video, so people can make sure they follow you and follow along on your journey with Southeast Iowa sports.
Well done.
Always appreciate you coming in, filling in, and of course we'll have you full time back in the summer if you so choose to return.
Yeah, we'll make sure my the powers that be don't feel any type of way. They may look at me like, "Wow, you're having a little too much fun with Steve Shetler, AJ."
All right, let's get out of here. AJ, have a great weekend.
You as
Appreciate,
well.
again, Ottumwa girls basketball, Montezuma boys basketball, and Keota girls basketball all being guests on this week's show. It's the sports section at Barnwired in Sigourney.
All right.